Thank you very much. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. On first down, Simmons. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them, because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the gun, Simmons. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Simmons. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd down following the incompletion. Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. The first carry now for Joey Josefa, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. They'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Simmons. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Simmons. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sullivan. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Joey Yosefa. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a handoff as they run left side. There's a nice move. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Alex Anzalone in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And they'll run it here. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll set up to throw. And some room to work. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our 1st half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get the 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got some space here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He's been blocked twice already. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. Both the Saints and the Redskins haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. All right, let's roll those highlights. 1st and 10, pass will be completed out of the gun. Now to late in the second, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 13-yard line. Saints would miss the field goal on the drive. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd down and just 1. They'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll go option to the short side. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options.
And now it's blocked. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw on third down, Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now running right through it. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Second down now after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now back to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Simmons, his throw incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Back to throw. Simmons to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. And I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Simmons. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down, Simmons. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 1-9.
Operating from the gun, Simmons completes it right side to Doxson. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Simmons. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. They've gone to 4th quarter now in Dallas. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. So that's when you almost never see at this level a wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So out now come the Redskins. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Looking to throw. Simmons. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. It's late in that one, and the Texans have moved out in front. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! Green,
He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So that's now 12 points that they've left on the field, 4 missed field goals.
Now, you and I were both hoopers, so you know it's like being a shooter in basketball. Sometimes when things go wrong, it gets in your head, and it's tough to get. Never had a chance.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep this confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. As they run the counter play. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
They run the counter now on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. A win would be their first of the young season. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it, at least?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Simmons. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get it over.